Welcome back to my channel, guys. As we all know that Premier League is finally back and the international break is gone for I think 4 to 5 months. So I hope we will enjoy some football this weekend, and I'm really buzzing for it because there are some really good games. But yeah, there are some unfortunate injuries for some teams. For example, Liverpool, they do have a lot of injury issue. I think around 11 injuries. So I hope those injuries won't affect them. Also, I hope those injuries won't affect your team. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get back to our prediction. Newcastle versus Chelsea. This is going to be a very good game to watch because both these teams do have a good head-to-head record against each other. So I think we're going to have a really good game. Newcastle should be happy with the start because they got 11 points in the 8 games, and on the other hand for Chelsea, they got 15 points in 8 games. So both these teams should be happy with the start, particularly Chelsea because they've been performing well recently, and their new goalkeeper is just a superman. So I think we're going to expect a very good game. Chelsea will actually hold the possession and they'll hold the ball, and Newcastle will be relying on their counter-attack football. So the question for this game will be, can Newcastle hold on to Chelsea attack? But for me, I think Chelsea attack will be a little bit too much because we all know that Chelsea do have many attacking players. So I think it will be a little bit too difficult for Newcastle to hold on. So therefore, I'm going to go with a close game, Chelsea 2, Newcastle 1. Aston Villa versus Brighton. I think this is going to be a good game to watch because both these teams has been playing some impressive football, in particular Aston Villa, because they've scored 7 goals against Liverpool and they've scored 3 goals against Arsenal. So I think this can indicate how good they're playing this season. On the other hand, for Brighton, they've been going forward, they've been playing some attractive football, they've been looking very scary, but they're not scoring goals. So this has been their biggest problem this season, and I think this problem will continue. Therefore, I think Aston Villa will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. And Brighton, I do feel sorry for you guys, but this has been your problem the entire season. You're going forward but not scoring goals, and I think this will continue in this fixture. But I won't be surprised if it is a draw, but I think if it is going to be a draw, both these teams will be disappointed because this game is wide open. Manchester City versus Tottenham. This game is going to be a very good game because Tottenham, they have been performing very well this season in Premier League especially. On the other hand, Manchester City, yes, they are not scoring goals, but I still think that they are performing well because of their defense. The defense has been pretty well recently. So I think this is going to be a very good game to watch. But I think Man City will be dominating the possession and Tottenham will be happy to sit back because we all know that Tottenham is good at playing counter-attack football. So therefore, this is going to be a very good game. We are going to expect a lot of shots from Manchester City, also from Tottenham. So I think this is going to be a very wide open game, and we might actually see some goals, like 4 goals or 5 goals. But for me, I think we'll only see 1 goal because recently I noticed all these big games are ending up in a 0-0 draw or 1-0. So I think that this is going to be another low scoring game, and I think Tottenham will win this game with a scoreline of 1-0. Manchester United versus West Bromwich. So I think this is going to be a good game because Manchester United don't really have a good home record. On the other hand, West Bromwich are still winless. So I think we're going to expect a very good game. Manchester United will dominate the possession. And in fact, I think West Bromwich will also make a lot of chances. And I think this is going to be a very good game to watch. But I think Manchester United will win this game. In terms of scoreline, I think they will win easily. But I think West Bromwich will really give them a fight. But at the end of the day, I think Manchester United will win this game with a scoreline of 3-1. Fulham versus Everton. I don't think there's much to talk about because Fulham do have a lot of injury issue and they have a suspension and they will be missing out some key players. So I think this is going to be a tough game for them. On the other hand, for Everton, they don't really have any injury issue, even though their form is not really looking good. They lost 3 games in a row in Premier League, but I think they're going to bounce back and they will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Sheffield United versus West Ham. I think this is a very important game for Sheffield United. I know this game will be tough for them because West Ham has been playing some decent football recently, and their last 5 games was against some top teams, excluding Fulham. So you can say West Ham is in some really good form. On the other hand, for Sheffield United, we all know that they are out of form, but they will have to somehow pick up points because the situation is getting so worse for them. If they don't pick up points, it's going to be too late and they might end up relegating. So they will have to somehow get points. I don't know how they will, but somehow they have to. And to be honest, from a prediction, I've really lost faith on Sheffield United. I think they're going to find this game very difficult, even though defensively they do perform well, but I think the strikers are just disappointing, and I don't see them getting a point out of this game. I think it is going to be a 2-0 win for West Ham. Leeds United versus Arsenal. I think this is going to be a good game to watch because both of these teams are coming off a defeat. Arsenal are coming off a 3-0 defeat. It was a very disappointing defeat. On the other hand, Crystal Palace beat Leeds United 4-1. Both of these teams are coming off a very disappointing defeat. They both have injury issues, but I think Arsenal still have the key players in the squad. So therefore, I think Arsenal will be telling themselves we have to win this game. I think the game will plan out like Leeds United will dominate the possession and Arsenal will be happy to sit back because they got all the pace of Aubameyang and Pepe. So I think they will be happy to sit back and let Leeds United come at them. I think Leeds United will score a goal, but I know that Leeds United defense is not that convincing. So therefore, I think Arsenal will win this game with a scoreline of 3-1. And I'll back Aubameyang to score one of the goals. Liverpool versus Leicester City. This is going to be a great game to watch because both of these teams do have some serious injury issue. Liverpool do have 11 injury issue, but I think Thiago and Fabinho will be back because I saw some rumors. So I'm not sure at the moment. On the other hand, for Leicester City, they have 7 injury issue, but if you compare with Liverpool, their situation is much better. In terms of form line, I think both teams has been playing some decent football recently, but the only problem is their injury issue. But I still think that Liverpool do have some quality player. I think they will find it a little bit difficult to win because many of their star player are missing. But I still think they'll get a point out of this game. Leicester City will try to go for the win, but I still think that Liverpool do have enough quality to hold on a draw. So from a prediction, I'm going to go with a Liverpool 2, Leicester City 2. Burnley versus Crystal Palace. As I did say in my previous video, I have completely lost faith on Burnley because their performance recently has been very disappointing, and I'm very disappointed at this team. And they're actually second last at the table. And on the other hand, for Crystal Palace, they've been impressive this season. They're 8th in the table. They got 13 points in 8 games. They should be very happy with the start. In terms of form line, Burnley did get a draw against Brighton, but still in the last 5 games they only got 2 points. On the other hand, Crystal Palace, their form was dipping down a little bit, but still, if you look at the last 5 games, they got 7 points, so which is actually impressive, I should say. So I think Burnley will actually dominate the game as usual. Burnley will dominate the game as usual, and Crystal Palace will be happy to sit back and rely on their counter-attack football. As we all know that Crystal Palace counter-attack this season has been very good, and their defense is also good this season. So once again, Burnley will dominate possession and Crystal Palace will score a goal in counter-attack football. So I think this is going to be a low-scoring game, and I think Crystal Palace will win this game with a scoreline of 1-0. Southampton versus Wolves. I think this is going to be a great game to watch because both of these teams are performing well, and in terms of form line, both of these teams are also performing well because Southampton do have 13 points in the last 5 games. On the other hand, for Wolves, they got 10 points in the last 5 games. So they are performing very well, and this game is going to be very well matched. But I think I'm going to give Wolves a chance to win this game because of Southampton injury issue. As we all know that Danny Ings is going to miss out. He's going to be a big miss for them. So therefore, I'm going to go with Wolves to win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. But once again, I think this is going to be a very close game, and it's going to be a very well matched game, and it's going to be a very good game to watch. So that's the end for Premier League Match Week 9 Peruvian prediction. I hope you guys enjoyed my video and enjoyed my prediction. I'll try to make another video of Premier League roundup after this match week. So I hope you guys will be waiting for that as well and also watch that video. So yeah, if you guys are new here, remember to subscribe and please give a big thumbs up, and see you guys soon.